you're going to enjoy the rest of the evening. Are you kidding me? Oh, mama! What a catch!
Unbelievable! RJ Maryland and SMU looking to start off on the right foot this season as they get set to take on Nevada. Maryland notched 7 receiving touchdowns a year ago for the Mustangs, and his head coach, Rhett Lashley, is hoping for another big year from his tight end. Lashley caught up with our very own Amanda Guerra not long ago.
Here with SMU head coach Rhett Lashley. Coach, congratulations coming off your championship title there in the AAC. First time SMU has had a championship since '84, most wins since '82, but everybody's talking about the first game in the ACC. What does it mean to you to take this team into this new era?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, we're ready to play. You know, it's been a long off season, a lot of good things from, you know, being a defending championship team to moving to the ACC, a lot of positives for our university, for our program, but at some point we need to go play, and fortunately that happens tonight for us.
Your quarterback Preston Stone coming off that leg injury, broke it back in November. You've said he's 100% healthy, but also that Kevin Jennings has earned the right to also play in this game. How do we see that tandem unfold tonight?
Yeah, Preston's healthy. He's 100%. He'll start. He's our starter. But you'll see Kevin in the first half as well.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, man, it's going to be a fun one. Week 0. We got a standalone game, CBS Sports Network, Cardale, SMU. Heavy favorites. Are you going to go out on that limb and say Nevada pulls it off at home?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be too much at Preston Stone and RJ Maryland, 2 guys coming back from injury from late last year, and they were majority of that 450 yards per game that they averaged last year. So I think they're going to pick up right where they left off at. I just don't see Nevada having any answers, not just for those 2 guys in particular, but they also have a running game by committee that's pretty good as well.
Yeah, Romello Brinson, Jake Bailey, Keyshawn Smith, they're all back. They're the same dudes catching passes in addition to, of course, RJ Maryland, the tight end, of course, who's the biggest weapon of all. But look, to me, going into this season, this is a statement game. This is an opportunity for both teams, right? As you say, Nevada wants to shock the world. Yeah, I understand that, but SMU has a new standard to set being in a tougher conference. They're going out to make a statement here. SMU takes it.
All right, SMU and Nevada. Looking forward to it. ACC against the Mountain West. First ever game as a member of the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. It's up next here on CBS Sports Network. Enjoy the game with Rich Waltz, Robert Turbin, and Amanda Guerra on the call. See you right back here at halftime.
In Reno tonight, a little bit of rain, some wind, it's chilly. Nobody cares. College football is back. And into Reno and into the ACC, SMU and Preston Stone. Nevada, new coach and new hope for Brendan Lewis and the Wolfpack. Mountain West, ACC in the biggest little city in the world. College football on CBS Sports Network is presented by Geico. And yeah, we're in Reno. SMU comes calling the Wolfpack at home. The weather has changed. We were expecting 85. And we've got a dusting up on the Sierras. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Waltz, along with Robert Turbin. Amanda Guerra will join us shortly. It's finally here for CBS and CBS Sports Network. College football season. It couldn't have come soon enough.
Rich, I don't know if I've ever been more fired up for a college football season. All the changes, all the newness in college football, it feels like there's no parity. Anybody can win it this season. Already saw a big-time upset this morning. Last 2 times Nevada played SMU at home, they beat them. Could be another upset on the horizon tonight.
Okay, you want newness, you want excitement. How about the last 12 months? The last year for SMU had a great year last year. They won the AAC. They were undefeated in conference. They've got a ton of talent coming back. They're into the ACC. And as they arrive in the ACC, they've got a dynamite quarterback in Preston Stone.
Preston Stone was electric all year last season, threw for over 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns. I mean, he really led this team. Now, his season was cut a little bit short due to injury, but he's back now, he's healthy, and he's ready to have another extraordinary year this season.
Nevada, another reboot this year. And their best room is their running back room among the 56 new players that have arrived here.
Well, we talked to Nevada's head coach last night, Jeff Cho. he really emphasized the versatility that's in the running back room. They're going to be riding their shoulders heavily tonight in order to get the victory.
Certainly a challenge for Nevada tonight. And with more on that, down with Jeff Choate is our Amanda Guerra. Amanda?
Hey guys, Coach, this is quite the turnaround you're undertaking. More than 50 new players, almost an entirely new coaching staff. I love the analogy you use of putting this team in a microwave, trying to get them ready for tonight. The timer's gone off. What do you want to see from them right out of the gate?
I want to see great effort. I want to see us play together, and I want to see us weather this early storm, both literally and figuratively.
We've had some rain here. Luckily, it's stopped right now. SMU's been open about using both quarterbacks in Preston Stone and Kevin Jennings. This is a team that moves very fast. How important is it to try to disrupt that rhythm?
Well, I think we got to win first down. That's going to be critical to get them out of their tempo. But they're going to do what they're going to do, and we got to adjust.
Coach, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Rhett Lashley has done wonderful work in just 2 years. This is his third season now at SMU, the offensive coordinator at Miami. Before he arrived, they were rolling last year. The weather, this is unbelievable. It's 50 degrees right now. The wind is a factor. 13 miles an hour with gusts up to 25, and more rain possibly on the way. So the elements and the altitude, we're at 4,600 feet here in Reno, may play a part in this ball game.
Rich, I've played in these type of elements, going to Utah State, played in snow and rain. We'll see how SMU is able to respond to these sort of elements tonight.
Keaton Crawford thinks about it and then goes to a knee. All right, more newness, rule changes, and we'll jump into this a little deeper as the game goes along. 2-minute timeout, end of first half, end of second half. You can use tablets for in-game video on the sidelines, and now coordinators to quarterbacks and a defensive player will communicate a call. That call shuts off with 15 seconds left on the play clock. And here comes the Wolfpack. So much unknown. This guy we do know, and that's Brendan Lewis, the transfer from Colorado. Savion Red is the running back who starts, and he is probably the best of that bunch, that quartet that Robert talked about. Fumble, that's Sean Dollars in motion, and he picks up the fumble and picks up 2 yards.
Well, we talked about the depth of the running backs, right, Rich? You saw Savion in the backfield. All right, we see a fumble here, but there's number 4, Sean Dollars, in the game at the same time. They're really going to be utilizing these running backs heavily tonight, all right, to try to keep the ball control, keep the offense on the sideline for SMU. That'll help them get the victory.
New coach, Jeff Choate, new coordinator in Matt Lubick. They want to establish the run first. Lewis in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Quarterback draw, he can run it, and Lewis to the 30 and the 31-yard line.
Yeah, this is something Lewis did so well last season, running the football.
He had to, right? Because they gave up 41 sacks. They won just 2 games last year. He took a beating last year.
Absolutely. Didn't have much time to throw the football in the pocket. You see the stats there. 9 interceptions, and that's one of the things in talking to Coach Jeff Choate that they wanted to clean up offensively. He had a great training camp this offseason. 0 interceptions thrown all training camp. He's been extraordinary so far, and that's why he's starting.
Empty here on 3rd and 5, and a quick snap, quick throw in traffic, and it's incomplete. And the SMU defense opens their season with a 3-and-out. Jaden Smith was the intended receiver. This is a really good defense. One of the best, maybe the best last year in the AAC. Scott Simons is the coordinator on that side of the ball for SMU.
Had an opportunity to talk to Coach Scott Simons last night. Wants to have an aggressive approach with this defense. They really love to attack the football. 7 non-offensive TDs last season, which led the FBS. 5 of those came on defense. They're looking to make some big plays tonight.
That's a punt into the wind and a fair catch called for by Roderick Daniels. Preston Stone on film is impressive. Preston Stone in person maybe more so. He is a dynamic guy, great arm, great feet. Remember, he didn't play in the championship game in which they went on the road and beat Tulane, or the bowl game, but he brings in a really nice resume.
Well, he was really disappointed, obviously, getting the injury, not being able to play in that AAC championship game, and then obviously missing the bowl game against Boston College as well. But he's a great teammate. He was supportive. He's back now, and he's ready to have another extraordinary season.
from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. They'd like to establish the run as well. Drew Watts with the hit. They go very fast, so fast that, hey, blink, there's the offense, and here's the next snap.
Back on the line of scrimmage they go right here.
Stone with time up the middle, and it's picked. Wow! Chad Brown with a diving interception at the 30.
We talked to Coach Lone about Chad Brown last night. He really emphasized him being one of the best players on defense this offseason in training camp. Gave him real high praise as one of the best cover corners on the team.
3 and out for Nevada, and a pick for SMU's first possession. Last year, SMU's Preston Stone threw 28 touchdowns and just 6 picks.
This is a great job by Chad Brown. He's got his eyes inside on the quarterback the entire time, and Keyshawn Smith never really attacks his outside shoulder to get him to try to turn his hips. It makes it an easy break on the football for Chad Brown just to run in there and catch it. Essentially runs the route for him, and a rare turnover by Preston Stone, but a great play by Chad Brown.
Second possession, Nevada. Field position pretty close to where they started the first. They were 3 and out on that one. And this is Savion Red, who bounces outside. The Texas transfer has got 7 yards. Kobe Wilson with the tackle.
It's a nice read right there by Savion Red, following his blockers to the outside. And there's Jaden Smith, who will be an intricate part in this passing attack. One of the transfers there, and he's really developed a nice chemistry, him and Brendan Lewis, over the course of training camp. Look for him to make some big plays tonight.
Lewis certainly has more weapons around him than he did last year, especially on the outside. Receivers with height. Little option look, and that's a first down. And Lewis is across the 45. Ahmad Walker made the stop.
Option play here to the left side, reading number 22 that time, Cale Sanders Jr., and Cale decides to go take the running back. So then Brendan Lewis takes it himself, cuts upfield. Nice game for a first down. You see Nevada making some adjustments here.
Lewis, a little quick screen there to Jaden Smith. SMU's defense, talked about it last year. Fewest touchdowns allowed in the nation last year. They were really, really good. And the guy that is their motor that makes them go is Elijah Roberts.
Elijah Roberts had an excellent season last year, Rich. 10 sacks, 12.5 tackles for loss, and he's had quite the journey, right? Started out in college in Miami, wasn't working out for him all that well. Makes the transfer over to SMU, and it was a natural fit because he had a relationship with Coach Coop, had previously been in Miami. Comes out and has his best season of his career last year, looking to capitalize on that again this year.
Second down and 10. Blitz comes. Quick throw. Man there caught right at midfield. And that's Cortez Braham. He's one of the new guys, the transfer from West Virginia.
Braham, one of the more skilled wide receivers on this team, and talking to the offensive coordinator for Nevada, Matt Lubick, one of the things he loves about Cortez Braham is his ability to catch the ball when it's in the air, those 50-50 balls, those contested catches, and look for him to challenge these DBs down the field as we go through the course of the game.
Sean Dollars in the backfield. That's Braham in motion. This is third down. And about 6. Lewis looking and fires it out of bounds rather than take the sack. And Nevada will punt with the football sitting right at midfield.
The smart play by Brendan Lewis. He was looking for Cortez Braham on the quick out right there, but it was great coverage by SMU that time. Had a hat on a hat there. Nobody open, and instead of forcing it down the field, took it away. Sometimes the game is about field position. And instead of getting a turnover, he smartly throws it out of bounds, and now they're going to try to pin him deep.
Gillespie A wobbler and a fair catch called for and made at the 10 by Roderick Daniels Jr. Underway here in Reno. ACC, yeah, ACC for SMU. Mountain West for Nevada. So far, scoreless. Scoreless start in Reno. Time now for Keys to the Game, brought to you by Fresh Pets.
Yeah, I think it's really important for SMU to get off to a fast start. Obviously had the early interception, but still early in the game right now. They need to press up on the receivers. Ball control for Nevada. Keep the offense off the field for SMU. And then for Nevada defensively, get Presto moving out of the pocket, get him off his pivot foot, throw the timing off for SMU as they're trying to go fast in this football game.
Nobody started faster last year than SMU. They were the best first quarter team in all of college football. Brett Lashley, the offensive guru, he does call the play. Jeff Choate, of course, terrific defensive mind. He was the D coordinator at Texas for the last 3 years. Chris Smalley there to make the stop. Nevada's defense, this guy plays the jack position. Henry Ikahihifo.
Yeah, he's going to be looking to be on a tear tonight, disrupting the operation for SMU's offense. He's the key.
Brashard Smith carries again. Interesting note on this guy. He was an all-ACC player last year as a specialist for Miami, a wide receiver and a return specialist. They like him as a running back, and that's where he is in SMU's attack starting this game. Firing to the sideline, it's broken up. Boy, nicely done. Jordan Hudson was the intended receiver. Michael Coates Jr. got between him and the ball.
These cornerbacks for Nevada so far have really been glued to these wide receivers. Another exceptional pass breakup there for this defense. Michael Coates Jr. that time reading that route.
Smith in the backfield, pitch it to Daniels around the left side, and Daniels across the 40 out to midfield. Roderick Daniels Jr. is one of 6 wide receivers who had great years last year.
Well, he's got incredible speed. One of 47 players to return a punt for a touchdown last season. He's got great versatility. They love to get him the ball in space.
They have a player down right now for Nevada, and there's flags that are flying all over the place. A player for Nevada was down away from those flags. And then something happened. Jordan Hudson and Ikahihifo, I believe, got tangled up. There's 3 flags sitting right now at the 40-yard line.
Well, Ikahihifo's got to be careful right there. He could potentially be thrown out the game. Now, obviously, something must have happened. There's a slap in the face. He's defending his teammate. But perhaps something happened there during the play that caused the injury to the Nevada football player there.
Yeah, the injury happened well before that. It was in the play, and you wonder, was the initial flag on Hudson, and obviously the other flags were for Ikahihifo.
Well, they need him in this football game. It'll be interesting to see how the refs sort of decipher what to do in this situation. You got a slap to the head. Let's see it here.
Fouls by both teams. Unsportsmanlike conduct, SMU number 8. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Nevada number 8. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Nevada number 0. All their first of the game. Those fouls offset. The result of the play is a first down.
So it sounded like a pair of personal fouls on Nevada, right? Chris Ross, number 8, and Ikahihifo, number 0, and then Hudson, number 8 for SMU.
Now, with it being 2 on one side, and here we'll see it again, these guys sharing the same number, but not sharing a likeness for one another, obviously, on the field right now.
Sharing is not caring in that sense. All right,
let's get back to playing some football.
Yeah, the ball sits just at the 45. Brashard Smith in the backfield. SMU, as we told you, was a fast-starting team last year. Nobody scored more points in the first quarter than they did. Their second drive, a little quick screen. R.J. Maryland, the big tight end. And another flag comes down, this at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think you're going to get a block in the back. Right here. Couldn't tell which number.
It's going to be a hold.
You'll see it there. Justin Osborne, number 51, getting called for the hold, and one of the most versatile players on that offensive line. Can play all 5 positions, but that time just undisciplined with his hands, getting the holding penalty.
So on first down and a lot, Jalen Knighton is hit, bounces backwards and out of bounds. I don't know if he got back to the original line of scrimmage or not. Yes, he did, and it'll be a gain of about a yard.
Well, Nelson Ropati had him initially in the backfield. It's a great broken tackle by Jalen Knighton, making something out of nothing. But let's look at this SMU offense and just the prowess of how much they're able to score. They score so quickly, and they've outscored their opponents so much last season in the first quarter.
Knighton in the backfield here. 2nd and 20. Stone, quick throw. That's knocked down. And this Nevada defense, who already has an interception, is aggressive and right now stopping SMU. Ooh, wow, that was Watts, and that nearly could have been 6 points.
Drew Watts just hanging out in the middle of the defense there, got his hands up, and able to knock the ball down. Quick pass right here from SMU. I don't think they're going to try to challenge this defense down the field. If I'm SMU, I throw a draw play to the running back or a quick screen pass to one of my wide receivers in this situation. Play the field position.
4-receiver look. Nevada is going to bring 4. Stone. He can run. Squares, fires, incomplete. Jake Bailey, the intended receiver, and Nevada's defense holds again.
Actually, not a bad decision there by Preston Stone. He found some space out to the left, and I mean, if he's able to get that ball just a tad bit down, Jake Bailey, who's one of his favorite targets, will come down with that, and that would have been a first down. Nonetheless, it's a 4th down, and they're in another punting situation here.
Isaac Pearson has the wind with him, so a line drive punt is going to scoop pretty good. Bellin makes the catch at the 20, trying to get outside, cuts inside. Bellin, who was a terrific returner before transferring from UTEP. Nice return, and a scoreless start in chilly Reno tonight.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Geico. Whatever you need, get more with Geico. By Verizon. And by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef?
A warmer climate last time these two teams met. It was the 2009 Hawaii Bowl, and SMU beat Nevada 45-10. Colin Kaepernick was the Nevada starting quarterback. He threw for 177. Most of the throws for Nevada so far have been short.
Yeah, I think on this drive, this is an opportunity. They've been moving the ball pretty well, Rich, but now I think they have an opportunity at some point in this drive to take a shot down the field.
Lewis has been mobile, has time, little swing pass, and SMU was all over it.
Yeah, he was initially looking for his target there, number 1 on the left side, Jaden Smith, but he was pressed at the line of scrimmage, so he was forced to come back right and hit his running back, but it was a nice tackle there by number 34, Ahmad Walker.
Going to be a loss of about 4.
Yeah, this is what you don't want if you're Nevada, right? These negative plays, right, where you're in 2nd and long. I mean, this is where you're susceptible to turnovers, to a defense who's stingy with taking away the football.
Braham in motion. And at 2nd and 14, they'll keep it on the ground and almost bouncing outside. Savion Red, and again, it was Ahmad Walker there to make the stop. This is going to bring up 3rd down and 12 for Brendan Lewis, the senior out of Melissa, Texas, the transfer from Colorado.
You want to be smart right here if you're Brendan Lewis. Just like that last third down play, if it's not there, you throw the football away. Play the field position. But still, I think an opportunity, if you see a one-on-one situation, let's see if you can throw it up there. You see Jaden Smith down at the bottom of your screen. No safety help over the top right now. Looks like man coverage, and we got flags.
It's a procedure call, so it turns 3rd and 12 into 3rd and 17. This is an ACC officiating crew, and the replay is collaborative replay with ACC headquarters and their head of officiating in Charlotte. 3rd down and 17 here.
I think in this situation, you don't want to force anything. Hand the football off to Savion Red right here and get to the next possession.
SMU before the snap, everybody backed up about 5 yards. They were thinking like you are. This is Red. There's a flag that flies in as Red goes down at the 27.
Personal foul, pass to the face, defense number 5. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
First game of the year, it's week 0, and you see a lot of this type of stuff.
SMU there bailing out this offense after backing these guys up and putting them in essentially an impossible 3rd down situation. Now a new set of downs and perhaps something Nevada can build on as they continue to drive this football.
42-yard line on 1st and 10. Braham in motion. Low snap, Lewis, handoff, Red right side. And Red keeps churning. He's going to pick up 3 yards. He's the guy that Jeff Choate said might be the best of the bunch because he feels, especially in the Mountain West, he can make an impact. Now, there's a great running back in the Mountain West already, Ashton Genty of Boise State, who is on many preseason All-American teams.
Yeah, but guess what? Coach Choate also mentioned that he feels Savion Red is the 2nd best running back in all of the Mountain West. And so far, I like what I've seen from him. He's been very patient. He's been hard to tackle. He's been getting the extra yardages after contact, and that's what you want to see out of a running back.
2nd and 7. And we'll keep it straight ahead. This is going to be about a 3-yard gain.
It's Sean Dollars that time, and preseason Doak Walker Award candidate in his own right.
Yeah, the transfer from Oregon.
So here we go, 3rd down situation right here. 2 good runs. You're in a 3rd and manageable position here. And this is one of the areas Nevada has really wanted to improve on heading into this season. And one of the reasons why Brendan Lewis won the starting job was because of the decision-making in situational moments. Let's see if he can find an open target here and keep these chains moving.
3rd down 6. Blitz comes. Lewis with time fires to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Braham was the intended receiver. Good pressure there by Corey Roberson Jr., the graduate transfer from Oklahoma.
There's Lewis sitting in the pocket trying to find an open target, but that time the defense, number 92, really getting penetration into the backfield, Corey Roberson Jr., and disrupted the timing on that pass. It's a great stop by SMU.
Gillespie in a high spiral. It's going to angle and bounce out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Going to mark it right there at the 16-yard line. Well, the Nevada defense is holding. SMU gets the ball when we get back, and so far, scoreless.
Back here in Reno still 0-0. We want to remind everyone one of the biggest changes in college football this season: in-helmet communications for the first time. One member of the offense, the quarterback, one member of the defense will have comms in their helmet where coaches can talk to them during the game. You're going to be able to tell who the player is by a green dot on their helmet. Now, from the players' perspective, they absolutely love this. SMU quarterback Preston Stone told us, "I kind of feel like Aaron Rodgers out there." It allows offenses like SMU that already go fast to go even faster, especially during situational play calling. The coaches also love it because not only can they relay plays to the quarterback, but allows them to check in with him. How are you doing? A hard hit, give me a thumbs up. Bad play, shake it off.
Yeah, and when the backup quarterback comes in, he's got one as well, and that's Kevin Jennings. And Jennings, a swing pass out. That's Brashard Smith, the catch in spaces where they want him to have the ball. And he's out to the 25-yard line. Now, let's tell you about Kevin Jennings. This guy has a big arm. He is going to play in this game. He had a great spring and fall camp. He's the guy that won the championship game at Tulane on the road, played well in the bowl game, lost to Boston College. And Boston threw his Smith again. And that moves the sticks. And SMU looking for a little rhythm. Offensively, just 39 yards total for the start of this drive. And again, Smith, 5'10", 196 pounds. He's out to the 35-yard line.
A little change of pace now with Kevin Jennings in the game. And we talked to Coach Rhett Lashley last night about Kevin Jennings. He said he was certainly going to play in this football game. Wanted to, emphasize competition, not only just at other positions, but at the quarterback position as well. And if you earn playing time, he certainly wants to put you out there. Kevin Jennings has earned this opportunity, and that's why you see him out there right now.
And you saw the green dot. You saw him put his hands over the ear holes to hear a little bit better. To throw here, has time. There's that arm, and it's incomplete. Contact, but no flag. Jake Bailey was the intended receiver, and Keaton Crawford on the coverage.
Yeah, again, Keaton Crawford. I mean, these cornerbacks right now, these DBs really sticking to this wide receiving core. Great coverage. Keaton Crawford really known for most of his special teams presence, but doing a good job on defense tonight as well.
Jalen Knighton in the backfield. Suddenly it's 3rd down and 7. Blitz comes. Jennings flushed. He's going to keep it, cut back, and he doesn't make it. Crawford with a terrific tackle at the 40-yard line, and Nevada gets the ball back again.
Well, this is something Kevin Jennings did so well last season when he got his opportunity running the football. But this is great technique by Keaton Crawford, playing inside out, utilizing the sideline like another teammate, not allowing then Kevin Jennings to cut back on him, all right, to get the first down. Good defensive stop right there by Nevada.
Look, this is a Nevada program that over the last 2 years has gone 4-20. The fact that it's scoreless and even and their defense is playing like this is a huge shot in the arm, and a snap gets over the head of Pearson, who picks it up and is hammered. Ball's down and picked up, and it's inside the 10, and Nevada's got great field position.
This is a huge play for Nevada, and SMU last season, a lot of mishaps on special teams, particularly in their kicking game. Here it is again, showing itself in the punt situation. Nevada then is able to take over and take advantage of the ball being on the ground. Great field position for them getting the ball back to their offense.
Caden Johnson was in there. Last year, SMU had 3 punts blocked and a field goal blocked. It was a disaster as far as the kicking game. And this is not a block. It's the equivalent of it, a high snap, and the ball goes all the way inside the 10.
And we talked to Coach Lashley about this last night, and he said it's all about discipline, not scheme. It's about execution and a lack of execution on that last play.
1st and goal for the 9. Dollars in the backfield. Lewis in the shotgun. Nevada on the doorstep. Lewis keeps, and he's swallowed up back at the 12-yard line. That's a loss of 3. Elijah Roberts there to get it. In the Verizon red zone, the first big opportunity of this ball game. And Nevada, 2nd and goal from about the 12.
That time, wisely, just getting down right there. Brendan Lewis faked the pitch. SMU was coming on a blitz right there, Rich. Got down, but again, here's a situation. Challenge these corners down the field if you're Nevada.
This is Dollars. Dollars down inside the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. Dollars transferred from Oregon 2 years ago. A nice year last year, and he's been sharing time with Red so far.
3rd and goal situation. Listen, Jaden Smith, a.k.a. Smitty, 6'6", 210 pounds. I think a jump ball situation would be fruitful for Nevada right here. Throw him the ball on the lob. You see him at the top of your screen there. He's off the ball. Let's see what they decide to do. Comes in motion.
Lewis has time, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown! Jace Henry, the tight end, and Nevada scores first.
Well, what Nevada did that time is they brought Jaden Smith in motion to the left. They kind of used him as a bait player inside to make it difficult for the defender who was guarding Jace Henry to stay with him. Jace Henry catches the ball in space, lowers his shoulder, and then gets into the end zone. Jace Henry, one of those guys who had an excellent training camp this offseason, Rich, earning the starting job at tight end this offseason.
Last year, SMU had issues in the punting game, and they arrive here in week 0. Bad snap, big hit, and then a Nevada touchdown. Brendan Lewis, Jace Henry, and the 270-pound tight end is in the end zone. This is an SMU team that won 11 games last year, undefeated in the American, won the American championship game, returns a ton of talent, almost all their skill players on offense. And yet here they are in the Mountain West against a Nevada team that has won just 4 conference games in the Mountain West the last 2 years. That's a 7-0 start. Brashard Smith, he's good on the return, bounces off a tackler, trying to get outside.
He's got space.
And he's got speed, and he's to the 50, and down he goes. Touchdown saving tackle at the 48-yard line of Nevada. We'll see where they mark it.
Nice job right here, bouncing off his own defender and then finding some space to the edge. Just undisciplined that time by Nevada's kickoff team, not holding the edge that time. And you want to talk about a moment in need for a big play. Smith absolutely provided that for SMU, and they've got good field position heading into this drive.
All right, and it's Jennings again for his second drive at quarterback. Preston Stone started, and a timeout.
Nevada, they're first. 30 seconds.
So a quick timeout here. Tomorrow, 12 Eastern, the Stars are back home, and the season is back on. The NWSL. Trinity Rodman and the Spirit take on a dominant Kansas City squad on CBS Sports Network. Rich Waltz, Robert Turbin, Amanda Garrett here. Start of the ACC for SMU, and the start of a new era, they hope, here at Nevada for the Wolfpack.
Coach Cho getting this team in position. You see right here, taking advantage of a bad snap on the punt, putting their team in position to score. Right there, a good run around the corner. And then right here, third down situation. And that is where this team has really improved in situational moments.
L.J. Johnson in the backfield. Open there is Matthew Hibner, the tight end, and he blasts his way inside the 35, down to the 32 of Nevada. This is an up-tempo team. They want to play faster than fast, and they're ready to roll on 1st and 10 from the 32. Jennings, a handoff, and it goes nowhere. That'll be a loss of about 4. Nelson Ropati and Ika Hihifo in there to make the stop.
Yeah, you know, that was one of the areas Ika Hihifo wanted to improve on, was showing that speed around the edge. That time he was able to get around the edge fast and get a tackle for loss.
Second down, 13 at the 35. Johnson in the
It's going to be a
backfield.
false start here.
Flags down.
Left tackle moved a little early that time.
False start. Offense, number 59. 5-yard penalty, second down.
It feels like SMU has been unable to get rhythm, and they seem to get rhythm when they are able to go fast.
Yeah, and this is one of the keys to the game, right? Disrupting the timing and rhythm for SMU. But it's important for SMU now not to get discouraged, not to get antsy. Just play your game, all right, and continue to drive the football down the field.
And the first quarter is going to evaporate. They'll be going into
That's
a
the
little bit
end
of a
of the
breeze
first
now
quarter.
as they change ends. How about this? Nevada at home on top 7-0 over the ponies of SMU. You're watching college football at CBS Sports. 7-0 start here. Nevada on top moments ago. Rhett Lashley, head coach of SMU, with our Amanda Guerra.
Well, Coach, you told us this week it's the first game of the season. Mistakes are going to happen. But how do you try to find that rhythm specifically on offense we haven't seen quite yet?
Yeah, it's hard to get in rhythm. We're going backwards with penalties. So every time we get something going, we go backwards with penalties. And I think our defense is playing really well. Obviously, our special teams let them down. But 3 quarters to play. Settle down. Play SMU football. We'll be okay.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, that rhythm has been elusive so far for a team that thrives on tempo and rhythm. Kevin Jennings, his second drive. Preston Stone, the starter, did throw an interception. Jennings scheduled to play in this game. And this is L.J. Johnson trying to get outside, and a good tackle there. That's K.K. Meyer.
K.K. Meyer coming downhill that time, getting the short tackle. And we talked to Coach Lone, the defensive coordinator for Nevada, about K.K. Meyer. Express how good of an all-around player he is, one of the smartest players on that defense as well, high IQ.
So it's 3rd down and 14. The wind has actually stopped here, which is good news for SMU. Blitz comes, and Jennings gets it away. It's Knighton with the catch, and Knighton flips over what looks like the first down line. He's got the first down.
Really nice job by Kevin Jennings, hitting the check down and very close to being a block in the back right there in that situation. Nonetheless, they convert. That's a huge play for SMU.
Jennings keeps, then fires a little sidearm shot there. Romello Brinson up the sideline, and Brinson is out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Rhett Lashley said we have six starting wide receivers. And all 6 of those guys caught more than 20 balls last year.
Yeah, a lot of trust within this wide receiving core, a lot of continuity between them and the quarterbacks.
On the move, SMU. Jennings pulls, fires, end zone, and it's incomplete. That was Keyshawn Smith, the intended receiver.
That time, trying to squeeze it in there, but Keaton Crawford, once again.
An eligible player downfield, offense number 71. 5-yard penalty with second down.
Keaton Crawford once again getting his hand in there, man. Another penalty for SMU, a bit uncharacteristic, and we saw at the start of the quarter, Rhett Lashley talked about it. Every time they get something positive going, it's the penalties that pushes the offense back, and another example of it right there.
It's not a loud environment here, and you can see Jennings has been putting his hands over the ear holes, so it feels like they're having a bit of trouble with the volume and the communications in his helmet. Fires to the end zone, it's incomplete. Flag down, a late flag right at the goal line. Jennings hit as he threw.
Well, they may get Chad Brown here for holding, but I thought he just fell down on the play. He's got a right to be able to play the football just like the receiver. I thought that was just a clean drop.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 24.
I see.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That's not clean.
Yeah, didn't initially see hands to the face that time by Chad Brown. We'll take a look at it. Didn't see it from that angle, but
it had to happen before
it
the
had
ball
to happen
arrived.
at the snap of the football, and first down there by SMU.
All right, SMU now, 1st and goal. Rashard Smith in the backfield, and this is Smith. Winds his way down close, and he's inside the 2. And right about the 1-yard line. It's not often you see a guy who's a wide receiver turn into a running back late in his career, but that's what Smith is doing.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it from other players like Cordarrelle Patterson, a guy who's in the NFL, long-time Falcon.
And again, it does not look like he's able to hear all that well.
It's one of the new things, and technology sometimes is not always your friend in that situation.
L.J. Johnson, who was the short yardage back, in for LSU. And a timeout by Nevada on 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Timeout. Nevada, their second. 30 seconds.
If you're just happening by this ball game, huge favorites are SMU. They won the American last year. They're in the ACC this year. They have just about every weapon back on offense. But Nevada's defense has played a terrific ball game so far, and Nevada, on a bad snap on an SMU punt, got inside the 10 and then inside the end zone for a 7-0 lead.
Well, you love the way Nevada was able to take advantage of that situation by getting into the end zone after the fumbled punt, and you got to give Jeff Choate, head coach for Nevada, some credit. He's been good everywhere he's gone, coaching defense.
It's an exact opposite. 15 starters returning for SMU, 56 newcomers for Nevada, and a new head coach.
Well, Nevada has done a great job this offseason, despite all the newcomers, Rich. They spent a lot of time together. Coach Choate has put together Cultural Wednesdays, which has really given this team an opportunity to develop some relationships amongst one another.
Like a touchdown on this Saturday. Hit there as Johnson stood up, and Chad Brown the initial hit, and Johnson does not get in. So a rather useful timeout. They come out and stop SMU. They're still on the doorstep.
Chad Brown with the initial hit. Doesn't give up on the play after he loses his helmet, but Ika Hihifo there to finish the job and keep the runner then out of the end zone.
There's a flag down at the 9-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 24, continuing to participate in the play without a helmet. Half the distance to the goal, and an automatic first down.
Whoa! What a call. And
that's a tough one, Rich, because I'll tell you what, as a ball player, it doesn't matter if you lose your helmet, lose a shoe, glove comes off. You're coached to continue to play and put it all out on the line for your football team. That's all Chad Brown was trying to do there.
Johnson in the backfield has it, end zone touchdown, and SMU finally hits pay dirt.
Well, one of the emphasis for SMU coming into this football game, talking to the offensive coordinator last night, all right, wanted to emphasize running the football. Casey Woods, offensive coordinator for SMU, although they're known for their explosive passing game, Rich, it was the run that they really wanted to establish in this football game, and they've done so far.
Some will say this is a power spread offense, and of course spread is the passing game, but power is the running game, and that's what L.J. Johnson delivers. Into the end zone, SMU. This game is even now in Reno, 7-7.
Back here in Reno, we just saw SMU get on the board for the first time, but I am joined by Mountain West Commissioner Gloria Nevarez. Thank you so much for joining us. This is such an exciting season for you guys. We had conference shakeups everywhere. All 12 team of yours returning. We also now have Oregon State, Washington State in the mix. How excited are you for the season ahead?
We have so much optimism and excitement because, you know, we kept our membership together. We have 7 new coaches. We've rebuilt, and we're really just looking forward to this season.
I know personally you were talking to me just before we came back. 35 non-conference games against conferences like the ACC, like the SEC, the Big 12. What does that mean for the Mountain West?
It means our coaches are scheduling to be under consideration, not only for the top 5 champions, but for an at-large bid. And I look at that schedule and I'm like, wow, there is so much potential there.
We are also going to see an expanded playoff for the first time. We're going to 12 teams. What does that mean for you guys? Are we looking at a Mountain West team getting in the mix?
It means we have a chance. We have something to play for. It means our regular season, our championship culminates in an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for. Give us a chance.
I would also like to personally thank you for the hand warmers. Thank you so much, Gloria. Rich, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Amanda. SMU to kick off. And Keaton Crawford's going to a knee. So in the Mountain West, there's a lot of change here now. Boise State and then UNLV behind them were kind of at the top of the preseason polls. Talked about the 35 non-conference games and the scheduling. A lot of coaching changes in the league. And tonight, the 9th time a Mountain West team has hosted an ACC team. And she talked about the ambitious schedules by Mountain West teams. The two top teams in the poll, Boise State and UNLV, have very difficult non-conference matchups.
Well, Mountain West, they're out to prove it. You know, they want to be a part of the conversation. These are really good teams, a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players as well. And you know, when it comes to the college football playoff, the opportunity to play in those big games, Mountain West wants to be a part of it.
Back on offense, and Savion Red, Cam Robertson came in with a high tackle, got him to the ground. Flag came down late.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense number 92, 15-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
That's Corey Roberson Jr.
That's the second time Roberson's been flagged for hands to the face, giving Nevada a first down. It's away from the football. He's got to be a little bit more disciplined with his hands, keep him down, keep him inside, and play with great technique.
That's a huge flag. It's all the way out to the 40-yard line now. Breathing room. Though Lewis and the Wolfpack have been unable to throw the football down the field. The passing game has been short. Like that one, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Marcus Bellin, whose nickname is UTEP for everybody because that's where he came from. He transferred from UTEP, but he's a local kid, Truckee, California, just down the freeway from here. And he's a slot man and a really good one. They'd like to utilize him this year.
Well, he's really savvy in the slot. He's got a lot of experience, a great change of direction type player. Second all-conference when he was at UTEP, and I'm going to try to give him the football in space, allow him to make some plays.
Bellin in motion. And this is Red, hit initially and then dropped after about a 2-yard gain.
And this defensive line for SMU, for the most part, has been pretty stout up front, putting Nevada in these 3rd and long situations. And here they are in the 3rd and long situation right here.
We have yet to see something we saw in practice, and that's a trips with the 3 tight ends. And they have some huge tight ends. Jace Henry at 270. Jaden O'Rourke is 260.
Well, here's a trips formation here.
Blitz comes, and Lewis steps through it and bursts through for the first down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we actually saw this play in practice. Running back goes in motion, and then he becomes the lead blocker on the snap of the football on the draw play, just creating a little bit extra space for Brendan Lewis to be able to find a crease and get a first down. Nice play execution that time by Nevada.
And he was signaling there that it almost looked like he lost communications. He does have plays on his wrist, and they are able to still signal plays in the old school way. Sunshine appearing now here in Reno. Lewis, mobile, fast, and he has a big gain inside the 25-yard line. Brendan Lewis, Jonathan McGill made the stop.
You know, one of the things that was important for Nevada in talking to offensive coordinator Matt Lubick was getting Lewis on the move. Didn't want to call pass plays where he was just dropping back into the pocket and sitting there looking for his wide receivers, and there's Coach Matt Lubick there.
Yeah, and if the name's familiar, he is the son of the legendary Sonny Lubick, who had such great teams at Colorado State. And he's been a highly decorated offensive coordinator at a lot of places, Nebraska, Washington, Oregon as well. Red in motion. and Red can't hold on to it.
You're going to continue to see Lewis on the move with his route running.
He had the hands up, the helmet up. It was a chest bump.
That was close. That was close.
It was merely.
He had his hands up, just a little chest bump there. But you never know. You get those late hits on those quarterbacks, you might get a flag. Want to be careful right there. All right, if you're Jafari Harvey in that situation.
Jaden Smith, top of your screen, is matched up against A.J. Davis, who's 5'10". Smith is 6'6".
You got to take a shot down the field at some point if you're Nevada.
And Lewis is going to keep again. This has been the best play for Nevada. And he's going to pick up 8. He's shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Ahmad Moses made the stop.
That time faking like he was going to throw the swing route out to his running back and taking it himself downhill, putting them in a 3rd and short situation. I think in this situation right here, if the ball doesn't go to Savion Red, you're going to see the quarterback go in motion right here. It's going to be a snap to the running back, and he's going to run it.
It is, and it is Red, and he slips. Oh, and it looked like he had a path to the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 3.
Yeah, you saw Savion Red kind of sneaking his way behind the quarterback that time. Now, we talked to Coach Jeff Choate about this running back group, particularly Savion Red. He was a high school quarterback, so they like to put him in those wildcat situations, snap him the football, and allow him to make some decisions there. That time just didn't work out.
Matthew Killam, and this is going to be about a 36-yarder. No wind right now. High snap, and the kick is good. Nevada with a nice drive and an answer to the SMU touchdown in a 10-7 Wolfpack lead. Next Saturday, CBS kicks off some big-time college football, Big Ten flavor. 3:30 it starts. Akron visiting number 2 Ohio State, and then in their first Big Ten game as a representative of the Big Ten, UCLA goes to Hawaii. College football back on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. New faces, new places. SEC, couple new ones. Big Ten got the 4 coming from the coast. ACC, Cal, Stanford, and SMU, and the Big 12 with Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah.
Yeah, very interesting to see how it all transpires. Some folks think Oregon can have a real shot in the Big Ten this season. Utah is, I think, going to be one of the dark horse teams in their new conference as well, the Big 12. We'll see what happens. I think it adds to the exciting season we're going to see this year.
This is Brashard Smith. He came close to breaking one, and a flag comes down at the 23-yard line. Good special teams play by Nevada. And we await the verdict on this flag. This is a long discussion. Again, an ACC crew.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Kicking team number 4, 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, SMU finally got some rhythm, and it was Kevin Jennings who led him.
Yeah, he's provided a spark since he's been in the game, and that was the real key play right there on 3rd down, standing in the pocket, stepped up in the pocket, really took a hit, found his check down, and they were able to get a big first down. And then they had some unfortunate penalties on defense for Nevada, but SMU, to their credit, was able to continue to take advantage of Nevada's defense despite being held up right there, and then boom, L.J. Johnson Jr. able to get it in for the score.
Daniels in motion, and this is Daniels on the pitch, and Daniels across the 30. Preston Stone is back in at quarterback. Possession chart. Remember, Stone threw the interception his first possession. He's had 2, and then Kevin Jennings with 2, and now Stone is back on. And weather is no longer a factor. The wind is non-existent. The sun is out, and it's warming up in Reno. Stone's throw is almost intercepted, and a flag is down at the 37-yard line.
How about Braden Flowers?
Mate Alona with the coverage.
That was Mate Alona with the coverage, getting his hands up and almost coming down with the interception that time, Rich.
We've had a couple balls like that. Look, this may not be a surprise, too, to SMU. Casey Woods told us yesterday Nevada is well coached. Jeff Choate knows what he's doing, especially defensively. And that's showing up in a big way so far.
Well, he's had great defenses everywhere he's gone. Boise State, Montana.
An eligible downfield, offense number 51. Penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
That's a good decline. You'd rather have the down marker change than get the yardage. He's downfield and blocking, so that would have been a pick without
there was
the
a miscommunication that time with the call. He's the only one down the field. You know, it'll be interesting to see what kind of rhythm Preston Stone can get in, right? He's been on the sideline for a little while. Sometimes it takes a couple series to get into the football game.
3rd and 9, a little bit of a blitz. Stone has time, fires it there, and it's incomplete. No flags. There was contact. Kane Savage on the coverage. And this defense has been terrific for a flag. You see the right hand on the belt trying to whip him around.
Yeah, referees didn't see it, but nonetheless, Kane Savage right there. Again, these DBs have really been sticking to these wide receivers. Great coverage so far in this football game.
Pearson, a good punt there. Bellin with the catch, little fake there. Bellin has a seam, nice move there. He's 40, gets outside, and Bellin is run out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that was nasty right there, Rich.
UTEP.
I mean, he hit him with a 1-2, made him fall to the ground. It was like the AI against the Tyronn Lue back in the playoffs, 76ers Lakers. Look at this right here. Oh, I missed it. Good return nonetheless, though. This is what he can do. This is why he's back there returning. There it is. Boom, boom. Ooh.
He's your prototypical.
Put that boy on the flow.
Prototypical slot receiver. He's 5'9", 195, so he's stout. He's really good at getting open, and he's come back home to play for Nevada.
You know, we talked to Coach Choate about Bellin, and he said, look, he's not a fast guy, but he's slippery. And it was a great example right there on that return.
Well, you see the possession chart that offensive coordinator Matt Lubick has been calling up. Blitz comes. Lewis will tuck. And this time he gets about 3. We check in with Amanda.
Well, Rich, I will tell you the best story you're going to hear coming out of this game is the guy you were talking about right now, Nevada offensive coordinator Matt Lubick, who is still taking a chemotherapy pill every day. That is right. Last October, he was diagnosed, with a very aggressive form of leukemia. While in the hospital in Colorado undergoing treatment, head coach Jeff Choate called him up and offered the job. Lubick asked him about 100 times, are you sure? Also, his doctors didn't know if he would be able to get to this point because he had to go through a very aggressive bone marrow transplant. I'm going to hang on 1 second here.
All right, a little quick throw. Braham the catch. This will be a 3rd down. All right, Amanda.
So here's the thing. He put together this offense from his hospital bed. He was able to join the team the day before fall camp started. Now, this team goes through a lot of precautions to make sure Coach Lubick stays healthy. In meetings, they sit a few rows back. No hugs, only fist bumps. He is in remission. That is the remarkable news. But again, still taking that chemo pill every day. He told us coaching, being present in the moment, has only helped him in his recovery. And the biggest win, regardless of what happens in this game, is simply being here today.
Thank you, Amanda. Emotional for him, emotional for us to hear that story. 3rd down and 4 inside SMU territory, and Jeff Choate calls a timeout.
Timeout. Nevada.
6:31 left in this first half, and Nevada has a 10-7 lead. So Matt Lubick, now he's been in a lot of places, and he's had a lot of success. His dad, a legendary coach at Colorado State. Places like Ole Miss, Arizona State, with David Cutcliffe at Duke, Oregon, Washington, offensive coordinator at Nebraska. And the last 2 years, an offensive analyst at Kansas, who has such a creative offense and actually played on this field early last year. And it's, you know, the emotional part for him was not talking about himself, but talking about the team. And how they have handled the news and how they have handled the situation.
Well, it's really the team that's kept him inspired. It's really coaching these kids that have really kept him going, right? He had some down moments, as you could imagine, in his situation, but coaching his football team has been a light for him.
Let's see what he dials up on 3rd and 4. SMU brings heat. Lewis will keep, and he's shy. Well, this is a decision here. It's going to be 4th and 2. You're Nevada, you're up 3 in a game where you're an overwhelming underdog.
Well, if I'm Nevada, I'd punt the football right here, and I'll tell you why. You got to like the way the defense has been playing. I think it's wise to continue to play the field position game if you're Nevada. Now, had SMU have been taking advantage, all right, I'd go for it, but Coach Choate obviously does not agree with me. If you're going to go for it here, you've got to put Brendan Lewis on the move the pocket right here to give him a pass run situation.
No, draw him offside. Nope, it's Dollars with the carry, and he ain't going to get it.
It's a bad call.
Alexander Kilgore blew it up. That's a big sequence for SMU, and the gamble for Nevada does not pay off.
Well, Nevada tried to stick it inside with the running back, Sean Dollars, but SMU says, not this time. We're getting the ball back.
Remember, we told you that SMU was the best first quarter team in the country last year, and their fast starts were led by Preston Stone. But in the first quarter of this one, not much doing. This Nevada defense was jumping routes and making plays.
Well, he's had a little bit of rust so far in this football game, and you have to give Nevada's defense some credit, right? They've been all over these wide receivers, foot for foot, step for step. I give him credit there, but I think eventually Preston Stone will find his groove and get going. It's good to see him back out there on this drive.
That number that jumps off the page there, 8 rushing yards for SMU. Remember, they like to run it to throw it. Stone play action, ton of time, wandering right, firing back across the middle, and it's caught there. Keyshawn Smith kneels down with a nice catch at the 36-yard line.
That's a nice job by Preston Stone, buying a little bit of time, trying to find an open receiver, and finds his target across the middle.
And tempo they go. Quick snap there. Whoa! He got bumped off his feet. Was able to recollect himself and connect with Brinson. And Brinson is knocked out of bounds. It goes as a completion, albeit a painful one.
Machiavelli Malotumau wanted to make his presence known on that play, and he certainly did, disrupting the timing right there on that quick pass. Led to a negative gain for SMU on first down.
Blitz comes. Stone fires. Traffic, knocked down and almost intercepted again. That's the third ball that's been in the clutches of the defense that has not been picked. They do have a pick, as we showed you a couple minutes ago.
That time off the hands of Jake Bailey. Kane Savage not able to take advantage of the tip pass. We used to say a little thing when I was with the Seahawks, tips and overthrows, got to get those, but third down situation here. Could be a 2-down situation for SMU to get it first.
Stone is going to keep it, and he's popped right at the 35. This would be, if they do kick it, a 52 or a 53-yarder. There is no wind right now, and let's see what SMU does.
I think it's a good decision if you have the confidence to kick it and kick the field goal in this situation to tie.
And they are bringing the kicking team on. That's Colin Rogers. Let's see where they set this football. Normally it's 7 yards back, but when you're from 50 and beyond, oftentimes it's 8 back just because you got to really hit a low trajectory to get it there.
Yeah, well, one of the things to keep in mind is the weather has cleared up, which I think helps the decision to go ahead and kick this field goal.
His career long is 51. This is 52. Will it get there? Yes! and SMU has tied the game. Hold on.
Got a flag down. I don't know if SMU was quite lined up correctly.
They had trouble getting their entire unit on the field before the kick.
Illegal formation. Defense covering the snapper. That penalty is declined. The field goal is good.
Had they tried that field goal about 45 minutes ago, that would not have been good, because that wind was coming 15-20 right in their face.
45 minutes ago, I probably would have gone for it if I'm SMU in that situation, but weather's cleared up. Rogers has a good leg. Coach Rhett Lashley trusts him, and he's able to execute in that situation.
And remember, Lashley told us yesterday, he said, hey, you know what, when we asked him, hey, what's your target line for your kicker? He said, well, we're at elevation. So if we're not kicking into the wind, we may go 55 to 57 yards. So from 52, that is a new career high for Colin Rogers. And Rogers will kick it away. 4:12 left. This has been an entertaining first half.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Rich. Been entertaining. 4 minutes left. You have to like what Nevada's been doing in this football game. They're not fast offense, right? So this is going to be an important drive for Nevada to continue to move the ball the way that they have, so they can take as much time off the clock to try to get a score before halftime.
Keaton Crawford in his end zone is going to bring it out. Crawford across the 10. Crawford and gets out to about the 18-yard line. What's new in college football? Rule changes, coach-to-player helmet communications, and a 2-minute timeout. Playoff format, 12 teams. Come on down. Boise State would love to be one of those teams out of the Mountain West. New coaches. Boy, new coaches everywhere, including Michigan. And 13 schools move to a, how should I say this, greener pastures, so to speak.
Well, you know, they say it's not always greener on the other side, right? The grass isn't always green on the other side.
Oh, it is. Lewis will drop it off. This is Savion Red, and Red is blasted there on a good open field tackle by Kobe Wilson.
It's a nice run by Savion Red. Look at it right here. He's going to get the football. Nice read. Cuts it back. Right here, you got to get downhill, though. Right there, bam. Get downhill. Don't try to make another guy miss. All right, the fastest point from A to B is what? North and south. Good run nonetheless. Second and short.
To gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Red, at times in this game, has looked like he's been close to breaking one. Bellin in motion. And they're looking for just 2 yards, and they didn't get any. Dollars with the carry.
So the last third down, Rich, all right, they went inside run play to their running back, okay? I think in this situation, you've got to get Brendan on the edge. Get Brendan Lewis on the edge on a play-action pass or a rollout. Give him the option to then utilize his feet or his arm in a situation to convert this first down.
Play clock is down. They don't have a timeout. Little play action, man wide open, and it's caught there at the 30. Big play for Nevada. Braham down to the 24. Terrific play action. Lewis sold it, and Braham was open right away.
Well, you see what they did was they bunched up the receivers to the left, indicating that they were going to run the football. Then they faked the run, and just a miscommunication that time in the secondary by SMU. Brendan Lewis made the read. It was a perfect play, and they took advantage of that situation.
They don't have a timeout, but remember, there is a 2-minute timeout. Let's see if they snap it before the clock gets to 2.
I would get a play in if I'm Nevada before the 2-minute timeout if I can.
They're running out of time, and they just ran out of time. They would have saved themselves.
The 2-minute timeout.
But boy, a big play here. First time they've taken a shot and hit it. Brandon Lewis, a little play action. Cortez Braham, the catch. And Nevada threatening. In Reno with our Sleep Number first half stats. How about this? Heavy underdogs. Nevada on top 17-10. They dominated time of possession. The turnover was a big one. 181 total yards. Rich Schwartz along with Robert Turbin. Amanda Guerra will join us shortly. They're opening eyes right now, this Nevada team. Heavy underdogs. This is somewhat stunning.
Well, it's been the defense for Nevada. Only 17 rushing yards for SMU, so they've been doing a good job stopping the run, and I think that's preventing the rhythm for SMU to be able to drive the ball down the field.
Yeah, we told you that Brendan Lewis has got more weapons around him. He's a weapon right now.
Well, he's been a dual threat, a true dual threat today, doing it with his arms and his legs, making really good decisions inside and outside of the pocket, which is one of the emphasis in his improvement in training camp this season. He's had a great game so far today.
And this was the big throw. Time running out, no timeouts, end of first half on the money.
Yeah, one-on-one situation, 50-50 ball. He really trusts his receivers in those situations.
Now let's line them up here because Preston Stone and Kevin Jennings have split time. Stone is a much better quarterback than those numbers look. Jennings looks sharp coming off the bench. And then there's Lewis, 7 of 12, 67 through the air, 67 on the ground. And you know that Preston Stone and SMU want to get going fast and get into rhythm.
Yeah, it feels like SMU's offense found a little bit more rhythm with Kevin Jennings in the football game. But Preston Stone, make no mistake about it, he'll be looking to have a big second half and bounce back in this game.
Let's go down to Amanda Guerra. Amanda?
Well, Rich, I was able to talk to both coaches. I want to start with Nevada head coach Jeff Choate. He was actually pretty serious for the position that they're in right now. However, he has been thrilled with Brendan Lewis and the plays that he has put out there. Both of those passing touchdowns actually tied his season high for touchdowns last season. He also says he loves the physicality of his team and what he has seen so far. As far as Rhett Lashley and SMU, I asked him, are we still going to see both of the quarterbacks in this second half? He said, I'm going to start with Stone, and then we're going to go from there. But I want to mention their quarterbacks coach. This is a guy we saw playing in college football not that long ago, Derek King. This is why they have him in this position. He is only 27 years old. He can talk to these guys, calm them down, because he knows what it's like to be in these big-time situations.
Outstanding stuff, Amanda. Nicely done. Catch there by R.J. Maryland, and the defense for Nevada shows up right away. Keaton Crawford and Kane Savage coming up for the stop.
Yeah, quick strike that time. Preston Stone finding his receiver out there on the outside, but this defense for Nevada swarming to the football, something Coach Jeff Choate wanted to see.
It's a gain of 1. Wind, again, not a factor. It was in the first quarter, not in the second, and not here to start the third. Stone, back shoulder, caught there. Maryland, the big tight end, and he stays in bounds. That's an outstanding play.
A nice acrobatic catch by R.J. Maryland. Talked about his receiving skills last night with head coach Rhett Lashley, showing him off there on that catch right there for a first down.
41-yard line on 1st and 10. Preston Stone stepping, throwing, deep shot there. Broken up, no flag. Contact. Jake Bailey, the receiver. Chad Brown, who had the pick in the first half on the coverage.
I'll tell you what's great about this play. Chad Brown is initially beat, all right, on this route. But what he does is, once the receiver, Jake Bailey, puts his hands up to make a play on the football, Chad Brown does the same thing, and he's able to get his hands in between the football and the receiver that time for the PBU, pass breakup.
2nd down and 10. Stone in the pocket, caught there. That's Jordan Hudson, who had 30 catches last year. Hudson along the sideline. They're going fast. They will keep their receivers right side and left side. You're a left side receiver, you're a right side, because it helps them get back to the line of scrimmage and go faster.
Speed is the #1 thing for this offense for SMU.
Stone pulls it, fires it. Maryland again in the seam, has the catch, and he's got a big chunk of yards down to the 25-yard line in Nevada territory.
Another quick strike by Preston Stone that time, and you see the difference in this opening drive for SMU, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands much more quickly, taking what the defense is giving them.
Again, this time up in the air. That's for Smith, and it's over his head, an uncatchable ball. And it's incomplete. This is the speed, this is the tempo that SMU was unable to establish in the first half.
Absolutely, and the difference is, again, getting the ball out of Preston Stone's hands quickly. You know that Nevada defensively, they're going to be playing off the ball because they don't want these receivers. They don't want to get beat over the top. So then what are you going to do? You're going to take the underneath routes and get those easy completions, helping Preston Stone get in rhythm.
2nd and 10 from the 25. That's Brashard Smith with the carry, and he's upended by K.K. Meyer.
It's a good gain right there by Brashard Smith. This is the area they really need to improve on here in the second half. Only 17 rushing yards in the first half. If they're going to want to make some big plays, they've got to get this run game going.
They're down in 5. If Nevada can hold them to a field goal, that would feel like a win. This is Smith, and he's swallowed up back at the 29-yard line.
Well, I don't understand this call right here, Rich.
That's Drew Watts.
Drew Watts reads this play, gets off of the block there. Ja'Kai Clark couldn't keep his hands on him. He's able to swarm off of that block and get the TFL, the tackle for loss. I don't like that play call. Your best player is Preston Stone. Put him in a situation where he can utilize his legs in order to get the first down if needed.
Colin Rogers, 43 yards. And that one is good. He hit a 52-yarder and now a 42-yarder. SMU has points, but Nevada still leads. 17-13 in Reno, just underway, second half.
Go.
AAC championship game. It was Kevin Jennings playing for the injured Preston Stone. First conference title since 1984. And this is the history of SMU. From the Southwest Conference to the WAC, Conference USA, to the American, 11 years there, and now to the ACC. This is their first game representing the ACC. And they're on the road in the Mountain West and down here in the third quarter to a team that in conference play over the last 2 years has won just 4 games, and that's Nevada. Ashton Hayes, goal line, and Hayes is upended, and he'll get out to about the 18. All right, so the defense has been outstanding, and the offense has been really good, especially late in that second quarter, where Jeff Choate, Matt Lubick is the offensive coordinator. That last drive with the touchdown as time was running down is so huge.
Yeah, the defense has kept them in the game, but offensively, they just kept at it. They didn't get discouraged when they had to punt on the first 3 possessions of their game, or of the game. They just kept doing what the game plan, all right, was allowing them to do. Taking what the defense is giving them in situations.
This is Dollars, sheds a tackler, and then gets maybe a yard. Isaiah Wacobia, the junior, who was the MVP of that championship game last year, with the stop.
All right, so for Nevada here, no need to get conservative. All right, now that you're up here to start the second half, continue to be aggressive and attack this SMU defense. Follow the game plan and take the plays that are there. All right, if you're Brendan Lewis at quarterback.
Tough to get the ball out of Lewis's hands. Dangerous on the ground and through the air. He scrambles out of trouble. Little sidearm throw, and it's broken up. And a nice play there by Jalen Davis Robinson. And this will be third down and about 9.
Brendan Lewis does a good job buying some time.
Oh, you know what? That probably should have been caught. That's Cortez Braham.
Yeah, that was inaccurate. Got away with a little bit of a hold that time. Still able to find some space, Braham, but just not able to bring it in that time.
All right, third down and 9. SMU was great at getting to the passer last year. They were second in the country with 47 sacks.
Well, they haven't done a great job tonight getting to the quarterback, and you got to give a lot of that credit to Brendan Lewis. Look for him to make another play here on this third down.
Little pump, going to take a shot. There's contact and a flag. This is going to be a first down. The flag's at the 40. Davis Robinson in coverage, and Braham, the intended receiver.
Yep, you're going to get a holding penalty. They missed it on the last play. Maybe a little bit of a makeup call here.
Pass interference. Defense number 13. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
This does a couple things. It does move the sticks, but remember, Nevada's defense was on their heels for that first drive, and the field goal by SMU. It's giving the defense a chance to regroup, meet take a look at the tablets. Remember, you have tablets on the sideline now. You can watch it at film and all of that. And so the defense getting a breather here. Ron Nevada gets the football out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, very important when you're going up against a fast-paced offense like SMU.
Lewis, and is dragged down maybe a yard, and that's Jonathan Jefferson.
That time they faked like they were going to go left, and Lewis comes back to the right. And Jefferson that time not letting go, hanging on to be able to make that tackle for a short gain.
The penalties for SMU have mounted 65 yards. They've been big ones.
Now remember how Nevada started this game, a heavy dose of Savion Red. Haven't seen him much on this drive, but it was really Brandon Lewis took over in that run game. Let's see what goes on here.
Lewis again going deep, this time for Bellin. And Bellin matched up there with McGill. There's a flag all the way back by the quarterback. That's a nice play defensively.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, offense number 70. 15-yard penalty, second down.
That's Isaiah World, the junior.
Here it is, Isaiah World, actually one of the best offensive linemen on this football team. You see it right there, left hand to the face mask.
That's an
clear
easy
as
call.
day. Yep.
Easy call for this ACC officiating crew.
Don't want those negative plays in this situation here.
Second down and 24. It's Dollars in motion. He'll fake to him. Little inside throw there to Jaden Smith. Nicely designed, and Smith is across the 30, and he's back out to about the 33. That kind of recoups the penalty. But now they've got a sizable third down to convert.
Well, it was a really nice play there on second down. They fake the swing pass to the left to the running back, bring the receiver inside, get some blockers out in front, and they're able to get back to the initial line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 in this situation.
Let's see if SMU brings an extra pass rusher. We got Dollars in the backfield.
There's that motion again from the running back.
Lewis thinking about running, is going to run it, and he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Nice job by SMU. Alexander Kilgore, he's a guy that rotates with Walker and Wilson at the linebacker spot.
Well, this has been one of their signature plays. Nevada motion a running back from one side to the other. Then it's essentially a draw play for their quarterback to run. But that time, Kilgore saying, listen, you guys converted on a couple third downs. I got to get a stop this time, get the ball back to our offense.
Roderick Daniels deep. Guy Gillespie ready to punt. This is a good elevation for kickers, punters especially. 4,600 feet here in Reno.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
It's week 0, so special teams, we've seen penalties lining up, having the right guys on the field. Both coaches voiced concerns about that in our meetings yesterday.
You always have some of those technical penalties first week of the season.
Now flags hit.
And we get more flags.
False start, offense number 16, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Chase Henry, the tight end.
I'm not sure what Nevada's trying to do here. Roll that.
Yeah, they
tried to put a guy under the long snapper, and
they need to just line up and kick it, and they've lost 10 yards.
I think there's a penalty here on SMU on sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, that's a flag all the way back in the SMU backfield now.
This could be a first down.
It would be a dead ball penalty.
Yeah, it would be a dead ball penalty.
unsportsmanlike conduct. SMU number 1, spitting on an opponent. 15-yard penalty.
Wow.
An automatic first down.
There it is.
Remember what?
SMU number 1 is ejected.
Wow.
That's Brandon Crossley. Remember what I said, that the SMU penalties have been big ones.
There's number 1. You see him on the right side of your screen there.
All right,
And there's a flag.
And we don't see it.
Plays over.
But that flag was not for him spitting at that point. It
not
was
at that
for
point.
The movement. And Rhett Lashley's not real happy, but Crossley has been ejected from this game. I mean,
I think he's arguing that he was just spitting on the ground and not directly at somebody. Nonetheless, it's a huge moment.
Oh, indeed it is.
In the game.
And you can see Crossley visibly upset. It gives Nevada a first down at the 43-yard line. Savion Red is in the game now. Lewis play action, rolls into pressure, in trouble, fires to the sideline, and it's incomplete.
A wise play that time. Brandon Lewis couldn't find any of his targets and smartly throws it away.
Now you saw Crossley, even though he's ejected, the rule in college football now is he can stay on the sideline.
Well, he's not happy, as you could imagine, not being able to be a part of this football game anymore, but he's got to be a good teammate and encourage his guys who are on the field right now.
This is Red on 2nd down and 10. It's a gain of 3. Jared Harrison Hunt made the stop.
Haven't seen much from the running backs yet in this second half. I think it's going to be important for Nevada to continue to utilize these guys to be able to open some things up for Brandon Lewis in both the run and the passing game. And this is a huge opportunity for SMU's defense. Couple penalties, couple mishaps on this drive. You can still get off the field and put your offense in position to get the ball back in this situation.
3rd down and 7. Flushed as Lewis throws across, and it's caught. First down. Jaden Smith, the big receiver. That's at the 43-yard line. That was a difficult throw. Lewis scrambling to his left and then throwing back across the middle.
Yeah, he did a good job squaring up his hips once he scrambled to his left and then threw a dime to Jaden Smith in traffic. And Jaden Smith is able to catch that football, hang on to it with defenders around him, and convert for that first down.
17-13. Nevada, heavy underdogs. Picked last in the Mountain West. And don't you know that was plastered all over the weight room, on every machine. The Mountain West preseason poll with Nevada last in it. It's been that way all summer. 1st and 10 here. Red looking for an opening, and he bursts through. Actually, that's Dollars, and he's inside the 35. The last time Nevada beat a Power 4 conference team, they won at Cal. At home, they beat Purdue in 2019, beat SMU, that was in Reno in 03. Actually won a game. They've lost 4 straight. You got to go back to the end of October last year. Dollars on 2nd down and 2 gets maybe a half a yard. Elijah Roberts at the bottom of that pile makes the stop.
It's a good job that time by the defensive line for SMU, being stout on the 2nd and short. These running backs have done a decent job so far for Nevada. They're starting to feed these guys.
Well, let's see on short yardage if they bring an extra tight end in. Jace Henry, the starting tight end. Actually, they've got 3 tight ends in. Jaden O'Rourke, the Australian, is in. Suavenea also in.
Look for the running back to go in motion here towards the line. There it is, towards the tight ends. Give him the ball.
And they throw it to him, and that's Red, who's outside and inside the 20 and stops right there at the 19-yard line.
Oh, he's got to be more aware of where he's at right there, man. We saw this play in practice. 3 tight ends to the left side, motion motion the running back to the same side, throw the swing route out there. But if he's more aware of where he is on the field, there's a potential cutback situation that could have been had for more yardage.
That's 800 pounds of tight end in the three of them in that bunch set. And they got downfield and they hit some people.
I tell you what, as a running back, I love running behind some big guys like that.
Lewis keeps it, and SMU has sniffed that out consistently here in the second half.
Yeah, SMU brought two off the edge that time. It was a good read by Lewis, but they were able to dive inside and get the stop for a loss of 1 that time.
Jafari Harvey made the stop. 2nd down and 11.
But if you're in Nevada, you got to be happy about how this drive is going. You're killing a lot of clock. Your defense has been on the sideline, being able to rest. And one of the keys to the game was keeping the SMU offense off the field. They've done that so far.
Dollars. And Dollars is to the 19-yard line.
And here's the thing about Nevada. They're not getting discouraged about these 3rd and long situations because of the playmaking abilities of Brandon Lewis.
Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. And you can see Nevada 4 trips, 2 touchdowns. And remember, the only reason this drive has kept going is Nevada messed up 2 punt situations. They were offsides twice, but then a personal foul and an ejection gave them new life. And they've taken that life and driven inside the 20.
SMU has really beat themselves in this game.
Lewis throwing, end zone. Oh, flags down.
He's
2
all over
of them. Cortez Braham, who caught the touchdown in almost that same spot.
He almost caught that one with one hand. Here it is right here. You see the left hand of the defender holding the jersey of Braham. That's Cale Sanders Jr. And you just got to get your hands off and play the hands or play the ball.
Defense number 22, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Again, penalties for SMU. And I don't think there's any question that that's...
There's that left hand of Sanders. You see pulling the middle of the jersey of Braham and causing the penalty. And again, penalties, putting Nevada in a situation for another score.
Lewis. This is Lewis. Is he in? No. Came close.
You got to keep attacking downfield in this situation if you're Nevada. You've got great running backs in the backfield. Brandon Lewis has been phenomenal on his feet this drive as well. And here is the Wildcat situation that we talked about in the game. Savion Red in the backfield. He's going to take this snap. Be aware of him throwing the football, though, but I think he's going to run it.
This is Red. Red! Touchdown! This is stunning.
Well, we talked about it at the start of the game, how excited we were about college football. We've seen an upset this morning. The 2 times Nevada has played SMU at home, they beat them historically. And so far, Nevada has answered the call as far as being the underdogs in this game and making a statement so far in this matchup.
And you saw Crossley, he was ejected for spitting on a player. That kept the drive alive, and Nevada goes down the field, sticks it in the end zone, and stretches the lead, 24-13. Big penalties for SMU. 2 of them on this drive, and big plays for Nevada. And the Wolfpack's biggest lead, 24-13.
It speaks to the anytime, anyone, anywhere, to quote Pat Hill from back in the day, attitude that the Mountain West has always had. Every one of us is stepping up and playing Power 5 programs, And I think that's what the Mountain West is. I mean, we're not going to shy away from competition. We feel like we're an elite conference in this country, and certainly the most premier conference on the West Coast.
Well, the schedule is ambitious. They have one of the toughest schedules in all the Mountain West. They play all the good Mountain West teams. They've got opponents that they have to go on the road in the Big Ten to play Minnesota. And here they are against a huge favorite in SMU. Some people have picked SMU as a dark horse to compete for an ACC title in their first year.
Absolutely, I was one of those people, but Jeff Choate and this Nevada team has really answered the call, and they're not backing down from anybody. They got a lot to prove this season.
That kick goes through the end zone, and we check in with Amanda Guerra. Amanda?
Rich, I tell you, there's a lot of frustration on this SMU sideline. What's really weird is that it's been almost silent the past quarter or so. Now, I want to talk about Preston Stone here. You talked about the tablets. These teams are now being able to look at. That is exactly what Preston Stone is doing as soon as he leaves the field. He comes down, he sits down, he looks at a tablet either by himself or with the quarterback's coach, Derek King. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering, should we be seeing Jennings a little bit more in this game? Again, head coach Rhett Lashley said that Stone was going to start. We're just going to see how it goes. I want to mention, though, what Jennings means to this team. He was voted captain as a backup quarterback. We rarely see that. We'll see if we see him a little bit more, or if they're going to keep going to Stone.
All right, Amanda. Stone also voted a captain. So 2 quarterbacks are captains.
Win a game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And composure is going to be a huge deal for SMU right now. They're on the road. They're down in this football game, obviously, but they're facing quite a bit of adversity. They've got to be able to answer the call right now.
1st and 15, play action. Preston Stone stepping, throwing, caught, popped there after the catch. That's Brashard Smith, and Smith has the first down. Let me ask you about Preston Stone as you watch this throw. Remember, he had a broken leg, and that ended his season last year. He hasn't run as much so far today.
Yeah, he hasn't really used his legs much this game. Kevin Jennings, when he was in the game, used his legs instinctively a lot, and we saw the rhythm that this offense was able to get in because of it. But Preston Stone, we know that he can do some damage, and there it is right there.
Yeah, there it is, and Stone gets out of bounds. That's a gain of about 12 yards. First down, and we check back in with Amanda.
So I just kind of want to add on about Preston Stone's leg injury, just to remind people, he broke that fibula last November. He wasn't able to walk for a while. He had to move back home with his parents in order to rehab.
For an injury
now,
to a
during spring
player.
ball, he was medically cleared. He didn't practice at all. He came back during the fall, but they said he was great during fall camp.
Yeah. Well, maybe that little run will get him going, Amanda. Quick timeout, 24-13, Nevada on top in the 3rd in Reno. More college football coming your way Thursday night, 8 Eastern. Coastal Carolina and Jacksonville State right here on CBS Sports Network. You want fast? Rich Rod, the head coach at Jacksonville State, he kind of invented fast, and man, do they go fast. They had a great year last year, 9-4, got to a bowl game as well. All right, moments ago, the officials did send Brandon Crossley to the locker room. He was under the impression he could stay, but he cannot, and off he goes. SMU's offense now has moved it out close to midfield. Preston Stone at the controls. And to the sideline, good throw there, caught by Brinson, and he dances out of bounds, and it feels like Stone is in rhythm and accurate right now.
Yeah, you know, he's taking what the defense is giving him. You see these corners playing off the wide receivers. They don't want to get beat deep. So now these receivers are taking those underneath routes, and Preston Stone is able to find them right now.
First down run there. Look, the Nevada touchdown drive is huge because, A, it's a touchdown, but it took 9 minutes off the clock, and that's huge in shortening the game for this fast SMU offense as they try to come back.
Yeah, for an explosive team, they can't be explosive if they're not on the field. It's the key to the game when we started.
Stone, a lot of time, short throw, and down to a knee, and that's Daniels. These receivers are so good. There are 6 of them: Brinson, Dixon, Hudson, Smith, Bailey, and Daniels.
And that time, Preston Stone took a hit after he threw the football right there, standing in the pocket, tall, and delivered an on-target pass and a nice catch by Roderick Daniels Jr.
High snap. Knighton trying to get outside, flags down behind the play. Right at the 30-yard line, K.K. Meyer made the stop. Jalen Knighton.
Holding, offense number 59, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Wow, again, SMU can't get out of their own way right now.
Yeah, haven't had very many good runs on the ground. Jalen Knighton that time able to get around the corner. He led the team in rushing last season, over 700 yards, but again, it's the penalties, and now, once again, playing behind the sticks. And look how slow SMU is going right now offensively. This is not the style of offense that they want to play.
High snap. Stone, fake the draw, fires in the middle. Oh, and it's deflected and incomplete.
I thought Stone forced that one that time. This was a setup, fake power run for the quarterback, and wanted to hit Knighton over the middle, but there were so many defenders in that area. I thought perhaps he should have looked at a different option down the field. Nice play by the Nevada defense.
Second down, 20. Daniels in motion, and Daniels is tripped up. Terrific play. Henry.
Yeah, Nevada read this play like a book this time. They've given the ball, all right, to Daniels on this fly sweep multiple times in this football game, and a couple times he's been able to get around the corner, but that time Nevada knew it was coming, forced him to cut it up earlier than he wanted to, and was able to make a stop on third down, or on second down, bringing up third down in this situation.
Third down and forever.
You see the defenders playing back, Nevada DBs. This is going to be a quick throw, I think, for SMU.
Which could get him in field goal range. Stone, there's the quick throw. They're in field goal range, short of the first down. They get to the 35-yard line, it'll be a 52-yarder, and they'll probably attempt it when we get to the fourth quarter. It's fourth down and 14. This is unbelievable. Enormous underdogs. Picked last in the Mountain West. Nevada leads SMU, headed to the fourth. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network. An improbable third quarter leads to the fourth quarter. Nevada took SMU's best punch in the third, put a touchdown up. Their defense held them to a field goal. And you can see the game summary as we hit the fourth quarter. Time of possession is huge for Nevada. Jeff Choate, his first game as the head coach at Nevada. He was a head coach at Montana State, and he was a terrific one. Took them to the national semifinals of FCS. Colin Rogers.
This is a good decision here by Rhett Lashley. Kick the field goal, get your team down by 8 points. This game is not over.
51-yarder. He's hit a 52, his career high in this game, and he hooks it.
Huge.
No points for SMU. 24-13 with a quarter to play.
And you know what, Rich? It just feels like SMU is starting to unravel just slightly. And it's not just the execution or lack thereof, but when you have unsportsmanlike penalties and things of your control, that's just undisciplined football, and it's put this team in this situation down in the fourth quarter.
10 penalties, 110 yards, and many of those penalties resulted in first downs and momentum and ended up in points for the Wolfpack. Brendan Lewis has been good throughout this game. To the 35. All right, you want miscues, not just penalties, but some special teams play. Everything, throw it in the box. This was a pick. He only threw 6 interceptions all of last year. A bad snap. They had trouble with block punts last year. They didn't even get that one off. pass interference in the end zone. And Nevada cashed in with 7 points off of that. Lewis, swing pass. That's Patrick Garwo, who's just into the ball game. Garwo, the transfer from Boston College. We weren't sure if we were going to see him. He was a 1,000-yard rusher for one season at BC. He's part of that deep and talented running back room.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Choate about Garwo, and he said he was going to get some time in this game. And we saw that on that last play. He's got some skills. He can run the football, catch it out of the backfield. And look, 46 receptions last season for 318 yards. Very skilled running back for this football team.
Destin Hawkins in the backfield now. Lewis trying for the first down. He has it. It's across the 45. That'll move the chains. And again, that last touchdown drive in the third quarter by Nevada ate up 9 minutes on the clock.
I mean, look at this offensive line and the push that they're getting up front. They're starting to impose their will, it seems like, on this SMU defense. Important for Nevada, I think, still continue to be aggressive, make smart decisions with the football, obviously take care of it.
Garwo spinning and blasting his way. He is a power back to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, runs with low center of gravity. Makes it hard to tackle him. He gets great yardage after contact. And he's a player with the potential that can explode at some point this season. A lot of the talk has been about Savion Red, Sean Dollars, respectively so, but Garwo has the potential to be great as well.
5'9", 210. Dollars is back in. It's a 6-yard pickup, second down and 4. Little trickery, little toss to Smith. He's going to throw it. Open there. That's Bellin, has the catch and a first down. Now remember, Jeff Choate spent some time at Boise State, right? So that might be in the Boise State files.
This is good execution by Nevada, but I don't necessarily agree with the call right there. You're able to execute, you get the first down, you're keeping the chains moving, it's great. But so many things have gone right for you if you're Coach Choate and Nevada. Running the football, keeping it simple. Why put yourself at risk with a play like that?
I get it, but I'll play the other side. Hey, you got a chance to beat SMU. If you take your foot off the pedal, you might lose some momentum. That certainly was an ambitious play. Little throw here for Dollars, and he leaps over the 30-yard line with a gain of 1. I get it, it's risk reward.
Nice job by Dollars, just didn't get what you can, but it's a good job by Ahmad Moses getting off the block and getting the offensive player down there for no gain. Clock still moving though, and that's what you want. If you're Nevada, you're going to take your time, continue to milk this clock, continue to be aggressive, and make the right plays that are there.
2nd and 8, Dollars with Lewis in the backfield. Blitz comes. Lewis fires, looking downfield, contact, and no flags.
That's good coverage that time.
Braham was the intended receiver.
That's good coverage that time. Deuce Harmon, step for step with Braham. We'll take a look at it here. Now the defender has the right to play the football just as much as a receiver. Their legs get tangled up. That's a natural play by Deuce Harmon. Turns around and look at the football. I think that's a good defensive play.
I'm with you.
And how about Deuce Harmon? We talked to defensive coordinator Scott Simons about him, and he said, look, he had a rough spring early in the year, but in camp really showed out, and that's why you see him out there getting some playing time.
Play action. Lewis on 3rd down and long. Fires it. Flags are down late.
You may get a chop block here,
which could
by the offense,
which could push them out of field goal range.
Sean Dollars went up there and cut the blitzer, which is legal, but illegal if another offensive player has a hand on him.
You know that rule pretty well. You sound like a Super Bowl winning running back.
Can't cut a player. Here it is right here. You see Sean Dollar step up in there,
is he
they're going to get a chop block. Just that little bit of contact with the offensive lineman is enough for the referee to throw that flag for a chop block.
Personal foul, tripping, offense number 4, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, they call it tripping. He didn't use his legs to get the defender on the ground.
It does put the football back outside the 40 to the 44, so Nevada needs a chunk, a sizable chunk here to get back in field goal range.
Hand the football off to Sean Dollars right here and play the position. Actually, if you get good yardage on this play, you could put yourself in field goal range.
Lewis, little inside screen, and it's incomplete. SMU had played it quite well. That was Jared Harrison Hunt.
I think you punt this football right here, try to pin him inside the 10-yard line. Defense has been playing well for you. For Nevada, play the field position game. I've been saying it all night long for Nevada, and it's worked for him.
Roderick Daniels is deep. It's a Guy Gillespie.
Now, Savion Red is on the field in this punt situation. They're not going to fake this, though. This is going to be a punt. They're going to try to pin him deep.
End over end. Let's see if it checks up. It rolls out of bounds. That's a gorgeous punt. Let's see where they mark it. Just outside the 5 at the 7-yard line. In the 4th, Nevada 24, SMU 13. And let's hold on. A late flag has arrived.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 players in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And you're right, SMU's going to want them to repunt it, banking on that they can't get that thing inside the 10 like they just did. That's a great punt there. And Gillespie's got a little more runway here, so he can stretch it out a little bit more.
Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many guys in the backfield. I think there's one more here.
And the punter,
excuse me. 5. Too many guys in the backfield there in that situation, causing the penalty.
Okay, now the football's near midfield. And
timeout. SMU, their first. 30 seconds.
Boy, they may need that timeout as this quarter melts away. And both Jeff Choate and Rhett Lashley told us yesterday, man, first game of the season, you see some strange things on special teams, penalties, getting the right people on the field.
Yeah, that's one you didn't want to burn right there if your coach, Rhett Lashley, coming off a penalty. You're able to get your guys on the sideline before getting out there.
There's enormous respect on the SMU coaching staff. To a man, the people we talked with, Lashley, his offensive coordinator, Casey Woods, respect for Jeff Choate and his defensive mind. Defensive coordinator at Texas for the last 3 years, had that nice run as a head coach at Montana State. As a wobbler, fair catch called for. That one rolls, and it's held.
Oh, you can't run into the end zone. You can't run into the end zone.
And at the 2, he had it. Is that a touchback?
Well, we'll see what the referees call.
I don't think it's a touchback. I think
generally
he secured it. Yeah,
they're going to discuss this.
They're going to mark that ball at the 2-yard line. How about that? They took the penalty thinking they'd get better field position. Guess what? Not this time. Nevada 24-13. We revisit the fresh pet keys to the game.
Yeah, for SMU, it's about getting out to a fast start. They haven't done that, had the early turnover, pressing these wide receivers, but Nevada has done a good job in their passing game. And then for Nevada, it was about ball control. They have had the ball much longer than SMU, throwing off the quarterback and their timing. You can see SMU has not been able to get into a rhythm.
Now, we conferred with the ACC officials, and they confirmed once he possesses it, then the play's dead.
Yeah, you have full possession right here by the gunner. and that is where the ball is going to be down. You see him showing the football to the referees that I have possession of the football. That is the college rule on a punt.
Now SMU, they burned a timeout and then they lost field position in that sequence of punts. Although, look, this is a lightning fast, quick strike offense. 10 minutes is plenty of time for SMU to get up and down the field more than twice. But right now, Nevada's defense, who has been terrific all night, is fired up, and they continue to make big hit after big hit.
Yeah, and the thing for SMU that they haven't been able to do on a consistent basis is run the football. And I think part of that, Rich, is the fact that they haven't utilized their quarterbacks much in the run scheme, and Nevada has been able to take advantage of that.
Rashard Smith in the backfield. Third down and a long 2 here. Preston Stone. 4-man rush. Stone firing, sideline, open, caught. R.J. Maryland, the big tight end, into Nevada territory. Gorgeous throw by Stone.
What a throw by Stone. Best throw of the night, and in the most key situation tonight as well, hooking up with one of his favorite targets. R.J. Maryland took advantage of the matchup, and a big play for SMU.
Stone evades a rusher, looking, scrambling. He'll step back, cut back, still on his feet, falls forward, and he's down inside the 32. Now it feels like he's kind of testing those legs, and it's starting to work for him.
Well, it feels like he's been able to,
for an injury to a defensive player,
get comfortable within this offensive scheme. You see the spin move to get out of it.
Ika Hihifo is down. We'll step aside. 24-13 Nevada. Henry Ika Hihifo is getting some attention on the sideline. Easy mode now, the Geico play of the game. This really set the tone. The play by Chad Brown on a guy that doesn't throw many interceptions, Preston Stone.
And these DBs have been locking up really all night. This defense has really been the backbone of this game for the Nevada football team, being up. And you're talking about an offense in SMU who is one of the leading scorers in all of college football last season. So the fact that Nevada has been able to show up the way that they have, especially in the secondary, is huge for Coach Choate and this team.
Yeah, they had 4 games of 55 or more points offensively last year. Second down short. Stone backpedaling, firing up the sideline, and that's uncatchable. Brown disappears over the advertisement and reemerges with a football. It's incomplete.
Yes, good pressure there by number 8, Christopher Ross.
Out for an injured defensive player.
And it's Brown who's down, and they're looking at the hamstring and obviously trying to stretch it out. It's not hot, but it's game 1 for these teams, and so cramping still can happen even though it's 55 degrees. We'll step aside. 3rd and 1 when we get back for SMU.
College football on.
In Reno, a massive underdog, Nevada has a 2-score lead over SMU in the 4th quarter. Brown is okay, but is out of the game. 3rd and 1, SMU's on the move at the Nevada 32. Preston Stone hands off. Rashard Smith breaks through, has the first down, still on his feet, and inside the 15, he's down to the 12. Chris Ross made the stop.
Best run of the night by Rashard Smith. Keep in mind, Henry Ikehifo out of the game. SMU taking advantage.
Bouncing outside, Smith breaks a tackle and could not get to the pylon. He's out at the 4, but SMU now has put together an impressive drive.
Yeah, Nevada really missing their best defensive lineman right now, and SMU has taken full advantage on the ground. I'd give it to Smith again.
Smith again, touchdown, flags down, in the backfield. Boy, SMU.
I mean, it's been their Achilles heel, Rich.
They have not been able to get out of their own way.
Looks like they may pick up this flag, or it's on Nevada.
Nevada has 10 penalties, 80 yards. 10 penalties, 110 yards for SMU. And this ACC crew,
I think you got to go for 2 here too, Rich.
Has had their work cut out for them.
Personal foul. Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 8. That penalty will be divorced half the distance to the goal in the try. The result of the play is a touchdown.
All right, so the touchdown stands. And to your point, Preston Stone, left side of your screen, hands up right there, number 8. Okay, going for 2 here.
Yeah, you convert this, you put your team down just a field goal.
LJ Johnson in the backfield, hammers through. 2-point conversion, successful. 3-point game, 24-21. So SMU, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. It's a 1-score game now. This was a gorgeous throw. RJ Maryland got him across midfield. And the Ponies put it in. LJ Johnson, 3-point game, 8 minutes left. Remember what Rhett Lashley told Amanda Guerra earlier in the game. We just need to settle down and play SMU football. And that throw from Preston Stone to RJ Maryland, the key play in that drive, that looked like SMU football.
Well, they've got momentum on their side now. You see them jumping around on the sideline, and look at the results tonight. 38 points a game last season, only 21 tonight. 315 yards compared to 454 per game last season. This defense has done great for Nevada, but SMU, you've got to be happy where you are. Just down 3 points with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, with a defense that hasn't played their best, but an opportunity to make some plays on this drive.
Fumbled at the goal line, and did he go down? Will they bring that back?
Let's look at the replay.
Let's see if he
drops the football here, and when he picks it up, his knee is not down.
He was not down.
The kick returner signaled for a fair catch, muffed the ball, and then recovered at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
It's first down Nevada at that spot.
So he muffed on a fair catch. Did he make the fair catch? He's in his end zone. Yeah, he sure did.
That is a tough situation for Nevada right here, and this is really interesting, Rich, because we talked about Coach Jeff Choate. We talked to Coach Jeff Choate about adverse situations. This is really their first adversity in the football game. Late here, let's see how they answer.
Boy, it's a huge call, and it looks like Lewis stayed out of the end zone, but not by much. He may have lost a half a yard.
Barely got out of there, yeah.
Oof. Yeah, forward motion, he's out of the end zone. They mark it just shy of the 1. So it's second down.
Saw Kel Sanders Jr. come off the edge, give him a little pop. But they did lose some yardage right there in that situation.
All right, now you're going with a shotgun look in the end zone. The handoff is clean. I don't think he got out.
It's a safety.
I think it's a safety. It is. It's a safety. Jafari Harvey makes the play, and SMU's defense takes advantage of the muffed punt on a fair catch.
Ruling on the field is the ball carrier did not get the ball out of the end zone, which results in a safety.
I'm not a big fan of shotgun in your own end zone. That snap was not clean. The handoff was not clean. And SMU, we talked about it, they've got the momentum with an opportunity for their defense to make a big play.
Wow.
And there it was right there. A huge play getting the safety, and now
and they'll get the football as well
to your offense.
And you know, we talked about time on the clock. They're going to get the ball back with over 7 minutes left.
Jafari Harvey does a great job just scraping over, boom, getting his helmet on the chest of Savion Red and securing that safety. Now, we talked to Coach Jeff Cho, adverse situations for Nevada. He wanted to see body language. He wanted to see how these guys were going to respond when things were not going to go their way, particularly because there's a lot of newness on this football team, right? Developing continuity. They're still up in this football game. Can their defense now answer the call in this adverse situation?
And obviously with the safety now, SMU with a field goal would take the lead. Daniels on the return. Daniels has a seam, bounces it outside. Daniels up the sideline and across midfield. Great field position for SMU, and they're in a good spot now. Remember, that was a terrific play there, down at the 2, but this throw
to RJ Maryland,
the best one of the night.
Man, big time pass and catch by SMU. Then getting into the end zone, they got going on the ground with Brashard Smith. Finds another crease, gets the touchdown, then they go for 2. And that was Johnson getting into the end zone. He's in the game right now at running back.
LJ Johnson is in. 98 yards, 8 plays. That throw to Maryland.
Back on the field for Nevada as well.
Yeah, the throw to Maryland was the big play there. They'll go straight ahead and get down to about the 46. That's a gain of 4. Maite Alona made the stop.
Nice job by Tongiaki, Maite Alona getting in there, but a good run by SMU on that first down.
And they can take their time here. They got plenty of it. This could be a 3rd down and about 4.
This is about as slow as you'll see SMU go in a situation like this, where all you need is a field goal, obviously, to get the lead back, and you want to be able to burn as much clock as much as possible in this situation.
4 down territory here?
I think so for SMU, yes.
From the 44. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush, fired to the sideline. It's broken up. There's a flag down in the backfield. Not near the quarterback, but around the tackle box. We'll see. Michael Coates Jr. with a good deflection to prevent the completion.
Once again, these DBs attached to these wide receivers all night long, and another great play.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 69, 15-yard penalty, it's 3rd down.
Another great play by Michael Coates Jr. Now, let's look at the penalty here. Good pressure.
There it is, face mask right there.
By Nevada, forcing the face mask that time, and there's Coates with the PBU. I like accepting this penalty by Coach Cho. You could have declined it, got to a 4th down, but you're pushing this team back, making it a 3rd and forever in this situation. You got to be disciplined if you're Nevada. Remember last time they were able to convert on this check down. You got to be able to come up and make a play for the Nevada defense.
This is 3rd down and 19.
Check
Short
down.
throw. That's Knighton with the catch, and he's hit and knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
This was a good answer. This is not 4th down territory now for SMU. I would punt this football, play the field position game here, force Nevada to try to drive the ball down the field and trust your defense. But this was a great job by the Nevada defense getting the stop. Now, if you're this punt team in this situation for Nevada, it's 4th and long, but you still want to play a safe punt return scheme. You want to be aware of any fakes. You see these guys off the football right there.
Bellin is deep, the UTEP transfer, end over end. Bellin calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 16. So they have breathing room, but their lead is down to just 1. Coming up next, CBS Sports Network in the studio, Inside College Football. The crew will break down all of Week 0 action. Here's your Week 0 scoreboard if you're scoring with us at home. Montana State came back to beat New Mexico 35-31. Georgia Tech, that was a heck of a game. Yellow Jackets, they're a fun offensive team, and their defense played well to boot. Now, in this one.
Man, those are back-to-back upsets right there, Rich, to kick off college football.
SMU has dominated the fourth quarter. Nevada needs some first downs. Little snap back there to Red, and Red finds his way.
So this is what you can't do if you're Nevada. I understand Red trying to get some yardage there, but you have to stay in bounds, keep that clock moving.
I get it, but you know what? There's too much time to just sit on the football right now and take air out of it. You need first downs.
Absolutely. You continue to be aggressive. If you're Nevada, put the ball in Brandon Lewis's hands. He's been your best playmaker tonight. But don't be afraid to throw the ball in certain situations. Haven't seen Nevada move the pocket much in the fourth quarter. Get Brendan Lewis outside of the pocket, allow him to make the choice to run or throw the football.
Second down and 8. This is Lewis. He's going to run it. Lewis breaks a tackle, squirts out across the 20, and he gets to the 23-yard line. He is short of the first down. Cale Sanders made the stop. This will be third down and about 3.
This is that lead play we've been seeing all night from Nevada. In this third down situation here, I still believe that you have to move the pocket if you're Nevada in this situation. A lot of these opportunities offensively for Nevada have been within the tackle box. This can be a throw here. You don't have to run the football. Allow Brandon Lewis to make a good decision by moving this pocket here in this situation.
Got to get to the 26. Shotgun. He is throwing it. Fires. Deflected and incomplete. So the incompletion. It's fourth down. And Nevada has to punt again.
This was the wrong read.
Looking for Bellin.
By Bellin. He was supposed to break out. It was a read route. He turned inside towards the defender. Brandon Lewis was expecting him to turn outside, away from the defender. Little miscue there. A good play by SMU, and now it's fourth down.
Gillespie to punt. Roderick Daniels back at the 30. Kind of an end over end. Let's see with a bounce. Good bounce if you're Nevada. Not so much if you're SMU. And that's going to roll inside the 20 all the way down to the 17-yard line. When they needed a big one, Guy Gillespie gives it to him. 24-23. Target line for Colin Rogers, who's hit from 52, is the 35-yard line.
I think at some point, if you're SMU, there's a play-action shot play to be had on this first or second down play.
And remember, the 2-minute timeout is new. They'll get it.
There's a shot.
Throw, and that's Maryland again. That's a huge throw by Stone, and Maryland is across the 30 to the 37.
Little pump fake on the screen play, which opens it up down the field for R.J. Maryland that time. He's been the X factor in the fourth quarter for this SMU offense.
Jalen Knighton. Mateo Lona made the stop. Clock rolling, it's under 3. Remember, it stops at 2, the new rule. The 2-minute timeout in college football, and that's good for SMU. Remember, they burned a timeout earlier in the half. They got 2 left. Knighton in the backfield. 2nd and 7. Preston Stone in the pocket, fires. That's early contact. Is there a flag?
No, that was not.
Really? Boy,
that's
look.
Good defense to me, Rich.
That's KK Meyer. He arrived right as the ball arrived. Let's take a look.
Boom, that's a bang-bang play. KK Meyer coming up, making a play on that throw. And We talked about it all night. I mean, these DBs have really done a good job playing the football, breaking on the football, and playing with really good technique.
3rd down, 7.
2 players I'm looking at, Christopher Ross, Henry Ikahifo. They need a big play from one of their playmakers right here.
Stone has time. Now he's flushed and looking and throwing, and it's caught there. And that's Maryland again. And that's a 1st down into Nevada territory.
Instinctive play that time. R.J. Maryland recognizes Preston Stone rolling out to his right, played a little possum, and then found himself open down the field for a big 1st down.
Nevada takes a timeout. 2:23 left. Wow.
A little bit of a reset for Jeff Choate.
So for SMU, this was, I mean, they're heavy favorites here. So they start the season here at Nevada in week 0. They got Houston Christian, and everyone thinks they're going to be at 2-0 when they play a pretty good BYU team. They got TCU at home. That's going to turn into a really terrific rivalry. You know, historically, you go back Fort Worth against Dallas, and then Florida State at home, Louisville on the road, at Stanford, at Duke. Nobody thought that this game would have this score at this time.
Well, SMU has been excellent at home, undefeated last season at home.
That's Rogers getting loose. Target line is 35. 2-minute timeout in the back pocket of SMU as well. 1st and 10. Blitz comes. Stone, quick trigger, got it outside. Brashard Smith, big pop. He'll gain 2. And they hustled back to the ball.
Woo! Boy, that was a huge hit. That time,
that was
Crawford initially.
Yeah, Keaton Crawford. And the 2-minute timeout.
The 2-minute.
And now we're at the 2-minute timeout.
A 1-point game, 2nd and 8. 2-minute timeout. In Reno, Nevada by 1. Presented by Geico. 24-23, Nevada. Huge underdogs. Up a point. Last time, Power 4 conference win at Cal in 21. Beat Purdue here in 19. Last time they beat SMU, 03. And remember, they lost a lot of games last year. Their last win was in October of last year. SMU on the move. Target line about the 35. Colin Rogers, their field goal kicker, has hit from 52, but missed from 51 tonight. There is no wind right now in Reno. Straight ahead, Preston Stone, and he's close to the 1st down. We'll see where they mark it.
It's a really good call by SMU. Haven't really run many design quarterback run plays for Preston Stone. A little bit unexpected by that Nevada defense.
Did not get the 1st down. 2nd and inches. Smith straight ahead. That's the 1st down, and that's the target line. So 140. Oh, you know what? They had not moved the sticks before that snap. They still had second down up. So that was a 1st down. It's 2nd down and 7. Stone throws. End zone. He's mauled. Are there flags?
That's good defense.
And it's defense. And it's Keyshawn Smith, the intended receiver. Let's watch. Ooh.
No, I think again, KK Meyer does a good job turning his head to the football. There's a little bit of contact, but I don't think it disrupts the wide receiver from catching the football. Another 3rd down situation here for Nevada. I thought a bad call right there by SMU. You want to keep that clock running. You're in field goal range from where your kicker likes to kick the football.
3rd down 8. Stone again deep. Again end zone caught. Sliding catch. R.J. Maryland from Preston Stone, and SMU is on top.
You got to go for 2 for SMU. Go up 7 points if you're able to convert in this situation. But R.J. Maryland has absolutely torn this defense apart in the fourth quarter. Has had a quiet game for the most part all night long.
8 catches, 163 yards, and that touchdown.
Timeout. SMU.
SMU takes the timeout.
In the fourth quarter, he's been unguardable, and
he's 6'4", 240, and they split him out as much as they run him outside the tackle.
His main defender has been number 46, Aiden Seuli, in this fourth quarter. And R.J. Maryland has been taking advantage of that matchup in the fourth quarter. He's been winning.
So, the good news for Nevada is there's still time up on the clock, and they've got 2 timeouts. SMU wants to stretch it to 31 and give themselves a 7-point cushion.
Well, you get a stop here. You go down the field, score, that wins it. You don't get a stop. You're obviously down 7 points. You go down, you get a score, then you got a decision.
2-point conversion. Stone.
I think you got to find R.J. Maryland again. I mean, he's been dominating the fourth quarter.
Hudson's in motion. The snap. Stone looking, firing, end zone. It's caught. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Hudson with the catch, but he was pushed out. Oh, that's reviewable. Oh, did the ball pop out at the end?
Ball pops out.
Okay, then there's no catch.
Once he hits the ground, he does get a foot in bounds, but unable to maintain possession.
Yeah, the ball popped loose when he hit.
Once he hit the ground. Nice job by Watts to stay with it. Here it is again. Watts gets his hand in there. There's a left foot down. Boom. But then ball pops out once he hits the ground, so that's an incomplete pass.
So here we are. 5 points is the lead, 29-24. Nevada obviously needs a touchdown. They've got 1:18 to go. And it certainly changes things for Matt Lubick, the offensive coordinator. They have not been a quick strike team tonight. They've driven the football and been able to get points. And you know, you look at this score and you remember the safety, right? Instead of 27-24, it's 29-24.
Well, you're going to need a touchdown in this situation. You got 1:18, you got 2 timeouts. Because of the timeouts, you can utilize the entire field. You don't have to get out of bounds. If you can get out of bounds, save your timeouts for when you absolutely need them in this situation. But you don't want to force the football to the sideline right now.
And under 2, clock stops on the first down until ready for play. 29-24. Rhett Lashley and SMU trying to dodge a major upset. Brendan Lewis has time, fires short, caught there at the 30. That's Dollars, and he has the first down. That stops the clock, and they'll hustle up. Jonathan McGill made the stop.
A little shaken up there, Sean Dollars. Savion Red into the game. You're going to empty out the set here.
Lewis steps in. He's in trouble. Hits, and down he goes.
Call timeout.
Let's see if they burn the timeout. They do. Isaiah Smith caught him.
Timeout. Nevada, their second. 30 seconds.
If you can in that situation, you'd like to see Brendan Lewis throw the football away.
Player of the game is brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. I know where this is going. R.J. Maryland.
He's been on a tear the entire fourth quarter. Had a great training camp. He's been Preston Stone's favorite target tonight, especially in the fourth. And when they needed plays the most, number 82, R.J. Maryland, he's been there to answer the call. And there's the big touchdown to get the lead back for SMU tonight.
He's so big, 6'4", 240. 162 yards with the 8 catches. Dollars is back in. 1 timeout left for Nevada.
Got to be smart with the football here.
Second down and long, and a short throw for Dollars. Ball may have been deflected. They've got to be able to get the football further down the field here, because 54 seconds remain. They've got 1 timeout. They're down 5.
This is a tough situation for Nevada. One of the things they haven't really done in this game is attack the middle of the field with their wide receivers. Most of everything has been on the edge. Let's see if they can get something deep across the middle.
On 3rd down, little inside screen. That'll get a chunk of yardage back. Jaden Smith. And they're going to burn their final timeout with 47 seconds left.
Nevada, their 3rd and final. 30 seconds.
All right.
Well, here's what I'm thinking here, Rich, in this situation.
It's 4th and 10.
4th and 10, no timeouts.
Please reset the game clock to 48 seconds.
You have to use the entirety of the field. This is not, you don't have to get out of bounds in this situation, because if you get a 1st down, you got to get up there and you got to get the spike to stop the clock. That's what you got to focus on right here in this situation for Nevada. What's your best play on a 4th and long situation? Run that play, convert, get up to the line of scrimmage, and spike the ball.
And SMU has started to get more pressure on Lewis as the game has gone along.
And if you're Lewis, if you can run for the 1st down, run. But the most important thing outside of the clock is converting for this 1st down. And remember, you get a 1st down, that temporarily stops the clock for you.
Got to get close to the 46 for the 1st. Shotgun, 4-man rush. Lewis steps up in the pocket, going down the sideline, and it's caught out of bounds. Incomplete. Jalen Davis Robinson had the sideline sealed. Jaden Smith at 6'6" went up and got it, but he's out of bounds, and that's the ball game. SMU is going to escape, and I mean escape, Reno with a Week 0 win. That's terrific coverage.
Jalen Davis Robinson, I mean, it was almost like he knew that play was coming. I like the call. Jaden Smith, 6'6". We got the size advantage there, but just great coverage by SMU, and they're going to get this win.
It wasn't pretty, but SMU, in their first game as a member of the ACC, comes to Reno, heavy favorites, down most of the night. Jeff Choate, the head coach, the brand new head coach at Nevada, certainly his team had some great moments tonight and played a whale of a football game, but they'll come up 5 points shy to SMU. Lashley and the Mustangs with a win here, 29-24.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 tough teams really battling it out tonight, but you have to give SMU credit for their resiliency, coming back in this football game, staying together as a unit. A little bit of trash talk going on right now. Obviously a frustrating night for Nevada.
And you know what? Preston Stone looked like Preston Stone of last year, and R.J. Maryland looked like an All-American here tonight.
Well, what I loved about what Coach Lashley did with Preston Stone is he stuck with him. I mean, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time